All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the golden hour, the only hour that lasts half an hour. I'm your host, Chase, for the night. How are we all feeling? Give me some energy, give me some energy. There we go, there we go. All right, so a little bit more about me. My name is Chase, which is one of those names in a loud bar that's hard to hear. So a lot of the times in a loud bar, I'll be like, hey, my name's Chase. And what the person hears is, hey, my name's Jake, or hey, my name's Shane, or hey, my name's Jason. And that's really fun for me because then I have 4 names to pick from for the rest of the night. And I get to be Chase one night, and I mean, Jake is a crazy guy. When I pick to be Jake, he does some crazy stuff. Jason's more tamed, Shane, wild card. But for tonight, I'm definitely Chase, and I'll be your host for the evening. A little more about me. I'm 24 years old and don't have a driver's license. That's not a joke, but you can laugh at me. That means I ride my bike everywhere. I ride like a BMX bike, like a 16-year-old would, just like, you know, to dates, to things like that. I also eat way too much sugar. If you were to ask me what I had to eat today, it would be 2 king-size Reese's, 1 king-size M&Ms, and 2 gluten-free cookies. But I feel great. I feel healthy. My dentist says otherwise. I went to see my dentist recently because my mouth hurt. I didn't know why. And it turns out I eat too much sugar. So went back a week ago. Turns out now I have 4 cavities. So that's kind of brutal for me, but this is all just to say, like, I'm kind of 12 years old. I just have a 24-year-old body. It's like my brain and my body were on a hike together, and they saw a sign that said maturity 12 years, and my brain was like, this is where I'm stopping, dude. You go, you go, you go. And he just has a walkie-talkie to shoot thoughts into this adult body. But I think kind of like everyone's subconscious in their head is probably them in 7th grade. Like when I was 13, my dad, who's like my dad, a full-grown adult, walked into my room and asked me for life advice. And I was like, how old do you think I am? Because I know how old you are, man. And I gave him great life advice. To this day, he used it. I put my hand on my bed pillow, and I said, this is where you are, Dad. You're in the middle of the pillow. No matter where you fall, you have cushioning. Live life on the edge of the pillow. And to this day, my dad will be like, edge of the pillow. And I'm like, yeah, way to take life advice from a 13-year-old, Dad. But that's all just to say, follow your dreams, follow your art. When I was 13, I was in a band, and we had a lot of crazy, crazy names. We had like Denim Jean Sunday, Don't Touch My Ramen, Whose Shoe Is on the Floor, lots of names like that, and our favorite was definitely Bong Water and Flowers.
Not that fair. Can't we just start without him?
Saffron, Corey is just as important as the rest of us.
Don't pull that shit with me, Callie. We're gonna be on TV, and this was our chance, and I'm not dealing with any of...
Just so you know, they're recording.
This is unreal. This is so unreal.
Maybe it's the residue of the spiked Cheerios we had earlier.
I just can't believe that a small band like us could ever even have an audience big enough to get on this show.
You literally refused to leave until they let us on.
I'll kill you.
This could have been a mistake.
Wait, what? How did we meet? I really don't think it's important how we met. It's just that we all ended up in the same place at the same time. And isn't that all that really matters in life?
That's not what we asked.
It's always been a dream of mine to play guitar in a rock band, and this is the closest I could get to that.
Wait, you don't play bass?
What he means is that we all have a passion for raw music and pouring our hearts and souls out on stage.
What I mean is that I love my guitar more than I love any of you.
Callie, how did you get into songwriting?
You know, Pete, a lot of people say that certain places are a home. But to me, home isn't a place. It's a feeling. Callie's songs are that feeling. These people are that feeling.
Chugging bong water as a dare is that feeling.
See, we are really just a group of people who vibe together. We just want to spread peace and light through our songs.
Are you high?
God, I wish I was high.
I met Remy in high school, and Corey was my lab partner.
See, it was the 11th grade at a bowling alley. Saffron was blackout drunk, screaming at a little girl for getting a strike, and she hadn't hit a single goddamn pin. Ah! What the hell is wrong with you?
What did I do? And that was a long time ago, by the way.
I feel like we should wait for Corey before we go on with the interview. He's been gone for like 20 minutes now, and he never actually leaves unless he fully curses one of us out.
He's probably upstairs.
Maybe we should just cut it for the day. I don't really...
No.
What?
I mean, no. We're just a little off our game right now. We're not used to cameras or attention or people, So we're just here for chill vibes and good times.
He's dead.
Wait, hold on. We can talk more about how we met. Or the band. I have Callie's songbook.
Wait, don't come in here.
What the fuck?
Calliope, what are you?
Shh, I'm reviving his spirit.
So, Corey sleeps with his eyes open, and Callie, the only one who seemed partially normal, is a witch.
I practice Wicca. TM.
Can we just move on? I really want this episode to be the one that starts our band's career.
Did we ever even say the band's name?
It's the Rat Suckers.
What? No, it's...
All right. Great first sketch. I love that one. So a little bit more about me. When I first came to Westchester, I think we probably can all agree with this. It's hard to like find your group of friends or like figure out the group dynamic once you find a group of friends. So like for me, when I first got to Westchester, I in a mistaken haze of thoughts, thought I'll rush a frat. And I don't want to disparage any real frats on Westchester campus, so we'll just call this frat like Fiji. And so Fiji, the Westchester campus chapter, they had a rush event, and I went to it, and then they took us to the Fiji house on Walnut Street. And first step, they took us to the frat basement, which like, that itself is 18 red flags. Nothing good happens down there. The smell itself is just like an illegal crime. So we go down there, and they start handing out sticks of butter. And we're all looking around like, what's going to happen here? There's some terrible thoughts, and then some like, all right, let's see what happens. And they told us to eat the sticks of butter. So I was like, no. And I get out of line. I get out of the line, and I walk over to who I think is in charge, but I'm still trying to figure out the group dynamics. Like I'm not exactly sure who's the rush leader and who's just like a new brother that wants to see us throw up. So I go over to them and I'm like, hey, if the goal is to bond through vomiting, which I've never heard of, but we can try, like there's easier ways for me to do that. I have celiac disease. I could just sip one of your beers, like lick this basement floor because it's mostly beer. I could eat a pizza crust and I would just be going off. And of course, like Fiji, Westchester branch will do, they gave me a bunch of stuff about brotherhood and tradition, and I wasn't buying it, so I left because, you know, there's a bunch of people, you can find friends anywhere. And I left because I figured like there must be some good campuses or some good clubs and organizations on this campus. There must be some other definitely better clubs that I could be a part of, and I think I found it.
Welcome to our anti-club. I'm definitely not your president, but I will be your spiritual guide for tonight. It looks like we have a new member.
Hi everyone, I'm Karen. Aren't we supposed to like do icebreakers now or something? I don't...
Well, Karen, our purpose here is not to get to know each other because we are not a club. But, well, I guess we can go around and say why we hate clubs.
Well, bye everyone, my name is Justin.
Bye, Justin.
So 2 weeks ago, I tried to join a counting club, and I knew I was in the wrong place when they wouldn't teach me how to get to 10. They were mean.
I lost count after 20 days in the wilderness when the Outdoors Club left me after the retreat.
What was your name again?
My name is Tara, but you can call me Nighthawk.
Don't worry, Justin. I'm sure a lot of other people think that too.
Yeah, so it turns out I can't read either, so like if anyone has a club for me...
All right, moving on.
Bye everyone, my name's Emma.
Bye, Emma.
So this one time I joined this club where we sat on a bus for 12 hours straight. Well, actually people were getting on and off, but I'm pretty sure you just took public transportation.
There was no public transportation when I was left to the wolves. They made me run on all fours if I wanted to be accepted into the pack.
Wait, is this not Antisocial Club?
No, actually, they're next door. Wait, actually, I don't know. We don't really talk. Wait, don't go. We need at least 6 members to get enough money for the pizza party next week.
Pizza? They didn't have that in the woods. The wolves made me hunt with them, and that's how I got this scar.
That's just Sharpie!
Hello, is this our time for the room? Oh, that makes sense. I never booked a room.
Well, it's our time, and I would appreciate it if you put the chairs back into rows.
Alright. Did anyone take notes?
Why?
Okay, well, we don't really need them. See you guys next week. Or not. I don't really care.
All right, ladies, welcome back to the Bus Sitters Club. We got a big gig ahead of us. We got to beat a record of 12 hours. Okay, ready, set, sit.
Hi, welcome to Anti-Social Club. Pick a wall, don't talk to anybody.
All right. We're crushing this. Nighthawk. That's a great bit. Unlike Nighthawk, I don't know if you can tell from everything about me, but I've never been in a real fight. I don't do that, unfortunately. I'm more like the loudmouth who starts the fight, not the person in the fight. Like, I've started a bunch of them, I just wasn't in them, you know? I get hit first, and then people do what they do. Like, remember in streetcar racing games, there'd be that girl who would hold the flag in between the two cars and signal to go? I'm like that girl. I signal for the fight to happen, and then one of those cars hits me, and the drivers get out and fight each other. So I'm not in the race, but I'm definitely a big part of the race. The last fight I was like actually in was against my older brother, and I was 8 years old. I had just gotten back from soccer practice. I don't remember what the fight was about, but that's not important. What's important is I had just gotten back from soccer practice, and I had on my cleats. And for those of you who don't know what cleats are, it's like if all the shoemakers got together and were like, fuck the ground, let's hurt this shit. So they put spikes on the bottom. So I have my sharp cleats on, and my brother said something, did something, existed, whatever it was. He annoyed me, and we started fighting, but I made a crucial mistake. We started fighting at the top of the stairs. Big mistake. But important move that I got in on my brother. I had him pinned against the wall, and his leg was pinned against the wall, and then with my little 8-year-old foot, I stepped on his inner thigh with the cleats, and I was like, oh, got ya. And I, to this day, remember thinking, I'm winning this fight. I'm gonna become a man today because I'm beating my older brother in a physical fight. The next memory I have is flying down the stairs, hitting the ground, and learning 2 very, very important lessons. 1, don't start a fight at the top of the stairs. And 2, I brought up my wrong papers, guys. Give me 1 second. Oh, here we go. 2, sometimes words aren't enough. Sometimes you have to fight for what you believe in, what you need, what you want. You know, if you want more money at work, physically fight for it. If you want more food at Thanksgiving, fight for it. If you want more hair, fight for it, okay? If you need more funding for a club, physically fight for it. That's my best advice.
I win, I'm head of hair.
And I refuse. Breaking news, there's been a word that a multi-intramural curricular altercation has broken out in the Sykes parking lot over what seems to be students doing something strange for a piece of change. We go to our reporter on the street, Karaoke, live on the scene. Carrie?
Thank you, Ira. I'm here at the Sykes Student Union, where it was recently discovered that the notorious BIG was proven wrong. In fact, we can see that no money actually means no problems. It all started when 6 extracurricular group treasurers went to make a cash advance, and faculty told them they had no money left in their accounts. Chaos ensued.
Anime Club has one rule, and that is sub over dub. And these ingrates keep trying to full counter our Kamehameha. You! Are you in Geek Club? I hate when anyone covers an original. Sub!
Do you know what they just said? We were able to get an international perspective from a foreign exchange student, Moy Enojado, who participates in the language club. Do you have anything to say, Moy?
Yo soy muy enojado.
Sí. Back to you, Ira.
C indeed. I'm receiving an update now that the resource pantry has been raided for all of their school supplies and cans of food by the A Counting Club. It seems that the students are making weapons of mass deduction for this warfare.
That was terrible.
What?
Weapons of mass seduction, and you wonder why you never get to say the puns. Now, another interview is coming in from Liz and Toomey, live on the Academic Quad. Liz?
Hello, WCU Studios. I am right in the middle of an all-out fight to the death in Ram Park. Everyone is here from the swing dance to the support group for clubs who hate clubs. And watch out, Mark!
Seems that we've lost you, Liz. Carrie, are you there?
There's no hope. Everyone's running. I just lost my... There's been a pencil stabbing. Rammy's dead. But do not... Over. I repeat, do not...
You heard it here first, folks.
We are receiving an anonymous tip from a student organization now, exclusively on WCU Studios.
In my own air. Perfect. Everything went according to plan. While the students fight amongst each other, my organization can begin to take over.
Who are you and why would you do this?
You'll know soon enough. Matter of fact, I'll tell you now in an overly complicated villain monologue. We, the Builders of America, are not a student organization, but an offshore account to fund more Westchester construction.
I'm so tired of this.
And we'll be back next week.
Woo! All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming to the Golden Hour. We will be back next semester with hopefully episodes every month, so please come back and see those. Before you go, if you want to be a part of this, behind the scenes, in front of the camera, both of it, see Mark, see Courtney, see me, see Michael, and we can sign you up and get you on that process. But thank you for coming to this edition, and give it up for our production staff and everyone involved.